First Contact and Defiance. The holographic display aboard the UES Vanguard cast a soft blue glow across Captain Sarah Chen's face as she studied the mysterious signal patterns. After 15 years of commanding Earth's most advanced warship, she had learned to trust her instincts. Something about these readings felt different from the usual deep space background noise. "Dr. Patel, what do you make of this?" she asked, turning to her chief science officer. The brilliant astrophysicist had been with her since the Vanguard's maiden voyage, and his expertise had proven invaluable countless times. "It's structured, Captain," Raj Patel replied, his dark eyes fixed on the scrolling data. "Too ordered to be natural. Whatever this is, it's artificial. And it's getting stronger." The bridge crew worked in focused silence as the massive ship cruised through the outer reaches of the solar system. At 2 kilometers long, the Vanguard represented humanity's greatest achievement in space engineering. Its revolutionary quantum drive and advanced weapons systems had been designed to defend Earth against any threat the cosmos might hold. Contact. Lieutenant Maria Santos called from her sensor station. Multiple objects dropping out of FTL. Massive energy signatures. "Captain, they're big. Really big." The main view screen lit up with dozens of ships emerging from what looked like tiers in space itself. They were elegant creatures of metal and energy, each one easily dwarfing the Vanguard. Their hulls gleamed with an iridescent purple sheen that seemed to absorb light rather than reflect it. Opening hailing frequencies, Communications Officer Jack Morrison reported, his fingers dancing across his console. "They're responding." The alien that appeared on the screen was breathtaking and terrifying in equal measure. Its body seemed to be composed of crystalline structures that shifted and flowed like liquid glass. Multiple eyes arranged in a geometric pattern studied the human bridge crew with evident curiosity. "I am High Commander Zixtal of the Nexari Empire," it announced in perfect English, causing several crew members to start in surprise. "We have been observing your species for some time. Your rapid technological advancement has become concerning." Sarah kept her expression neutral, though her mind raced. First contact, and it wasn't going well. "This is Captain Sarah Chen of the United Earth Ship Vanguard. We welcome peaceful dialogue with the Nexari Empire." "Peace." Zixtal's crystalline form sparkled with what might have been amusement. "Your species has progressed from primitive combustion engines to quantum physics in less than 2 centuries. You've developed weapons capabilities that took other races millennia to achieve. The Council has determined that humanity represents an unacceptable risk to galactic stability." Sarah's hand tightened on her command chair. "With respect, Commander, humanity has no hostile intentions toward other species. We seek only to explore and learn. Your intentions are irrelevant. You will surrender your technological databases and submit to guided development under Nexari supervision. Resistance will result in your species' extinction. You have 24 Earth hours to comply." The transmission cut off, leaving the bridge in stunned silence. Sarah stood, her voice steady as she addressed her crew. "Send everything we have to Earth Command, and get me Admiral Hassan. He needs to know that the defense systems we've been building aren't just theoretical anymore." "Captain," Raj said quietly, "they're ships. The energy readings are off the charts. We've never faced anything like this." Sarah smiled grimly. "No, Doctor. They've never faced anything like us." She turned to her tactical officer. "Lieutenant Santos, begin analyzing their ship configurations. I want to know every weakness, every blind spot. If they want to test humanity's capabilities, we'll show them exactly what we can do." As the crew sprang into action, Sarah watched the alien armada through the view screen. The Nexari had made a critical mistake. They had threatened humanity's very existence. Throughout history, humans had proven most dangerous when backed into a corner. Now, facing extinction, humanity would show the galaxy why. "All hands," she announced shipwide. "This is the captain. In 24 hours, we may face the greatest challenge in human history. But remember this, Every breakthrough humanity has ever made, every impossible problem we've solved, came because someone said we couldn't do it. The Nexari think they know what humans are capable of. Let's prove them wrong. The Vanguard's quantum drive hummed with power as Earth's defenders prepared for what was to come. The galaxy was about to learn an important lesson about underestimating humanity's determination to survive, adapt, and overcome. The human element. Earth's response to the Nexari ultimatum came swifter and more unified than any decision in human history. Within 6 hours of the Vanguard's transmission, every major nation had pledged their full support and resources. The threat of extinction had accomplished what centuries of diplomacy couldn't: true human unity. "They're going to be surprised," Admiral Hassan's hologram said from the Vanguard's command center. His weathered face showed tired amusement. "The quantum shield network just came online 2 days ago. They have no idea it exists." Captain Chen studied the tactical displays showing Earth's defensive preparations. "What about Project Phoenix?" "Ready for deployment. Dr. Wong says it's untested, but the simulations are promising." The Admiral's expression grew serious. "The Security Council has given you full tactical authority, Sarah. Whatever happens up there, Earth stands with you." As the hologram faded, Sarah turned to her crew. The command center had been transformed into a war room, with officers from every department working to prepare for the coming conflict. Dr. Patel's science team had been analyzing the Nexari ships nonstop, finding patterns in their energy signatures that suggested possible vulnerabilities. "Their technology is incredible," Raj explained, pointing to his findings, "but it's also predictable. They've had millennia to perfect their methods, but that's made them rigid. They don't improvise well." Lieutenant Santos nodded eagerly. "We've identified fluctuations in their shield harmonics. They follow strict mathematical patterns. Beautiful, really, but if we can disrupt those patterns, their entire defense system could cascade." Sarah finished. "What about offensive capabilities?" "Their weapons are based on controlled quantum dissolution," Raj said. "They literally erase matter from existence." But he smiled. "They've never encountered our phase shift technology." The Vanguard's revolutionary defense system had been developed by a team of teenage prodigies in Mumbai. It allowed the ship to partially exist in multiple quantum states simultaneously, making it virtually impossible to target. The Nexari's weapons, however advanced, couldn't erase what they couldn't pin down. "Contact." Jack Morrison's voice cut through the briefing. "Multiple Nexari ships decelerating from FTL. They're early." Sarah rushed to the bridge, her crew following close behind. The main view screen showed 5 Nexari vessels, smaller than their capital ships, but still impressive, approaching a research outpost near Saturn. "They're testing us," Sarah realized, seeing how we'll react. She opened a channel to the outpost. "Dr. Friedman, initiate emergency protocols. We're on our way." Too late. Lieutenant Santos called out. "They're powering weapons." Sarah's decision took less than a second. Quantum jump. Now. The Vanguard's drive engaged, tearing a hole in space-time itself. They emerged directly between the Nexari ships and their target. The massive human vessel's sudden appearance causing the alien formation to scatter in surprise. "Phase shift active," Raj reported calmly. "Shields at maximum." The Nexari ships opened fire, their quantum dissolution beams reaching out like fingers of death. But where they struck the Vanguard, reality itself seemed to flutter and bend. The human ship existed in too many quantum states at once for the weapons to find purchase. "Their shields are following standard patterns," Santos reported. "Calculating disruption frequency." Sarah allowed herself a small smile. "Let's show them how humans fight. Target their lead vessel. Fire the Aurora cannon." The Vanguard's main weapon was another example of human ingenuity. It used the ship's own phase shift field to create a beam of partially quantum-shifted particles. As the brilliant blue beam lanced out, it passed straight through the Nexari shields as if they didn't exist, striking the alien vessel's hull directly. The effect was spectacular. The Nexeri ship's perfect crystalline structure shattered, its quantum field collapsing as it broke apart in space. "The other ships are pulling back," Morrison reported. They're calling for help. "They're also transmitting data," Raj added. "Analyzing our weapons, our defenses. They're learning." "So are we," Sarah replied. "And we learn faster. Send everything we've learned about their shield frequencies to Earth, and get me a channel to their commander. I think it's time we had another chat." As the Vanguard held position protecting the outpost, Sarah reflected on humanity's first real space battle. The Nexeri had expected to find primitive beings fumbling with advanced technology. Instead, they had found humans doing what they did best: adapting, improvising, and overcoming supposedly impossible odds. The galaxy was about to learn that humanity's greatest strength wasn't its technology. It was the creative, indomitable spirit that drove humans to develop that technology in the first place. The real battle hadn't even begun, but the Nexeri were about to discover just how dangerous humanity could be when pushed too far. Breaking point. The Kuiper Belt became a graveyard of broken ships. 2 weeks after humanity's first victory, the full might of the Nexeri Empire arrived, a fleet of over 300 vessels that turned the outer solar system into a sea of purple-tinted metal. But they found more than just the Vanguard waiting for them. "Quantum shield network is holding," Dr. Wong reported from Earth Command. Her hologram flickered as another wave of Nexeri attacks tested humanity's defenses. Their dissolution beams can't penetrate the phase-shifted barrier. Captain Chen watched from the Vanguard's bridge as Earth's defensive fleet engaged the enemy. 50 ships, hastily retrofitted with phase-shift technology, darted between the massive Nexeri vessels. They were smaller, cruder, but they carried humanity's greatest weapon: unpredictability. "Nexeri launching new weapon type," Santos announced, her voice tense. "Energy signature is different, more complex." The alien fleet had been adapting, developing countermeasures to human phase-shift technology. Each battle became harder than the last as they learned and evolved their tactics. But they weren't the only ones learning. "Launch Phoenix," Sarah ordered. "All ships, fall back to defensive positions." From the Vanguard's main hangar bay, thousands of small objects emerged. Each one was barely larger than a basketball, their surfaces covered in intricate patterns of quantum circuitry. Dr. Wong's greatest creation, artificial intelligence merged with quantum computing, housed in bodies that could phase shift independently. "Phoenix swarm active," Raj reported, watching in fascination as the devices spread out across space. They're beginning analysis of Nexeri shield frequencies. The AI swarm moved like a school of fish, each unit communicating with the others in microseconds. They darted between enemy ships, gathering data, probing defenses, and learning at an exponential rate. The Nexeri's new weapons tried to track them, but the swarm adapted faster than the enemy could target. "Multiple alien vessels detected at system edge," Morrison called out. "Not Nexeri signatures. They're observers, more species coming to watch." Sarah understood why. This battle would determine more than just humanity's fate. It would show the galaxy whether technological advancement could be controlled and contained. The Nexeri Empire had spent millennia managing the development of younger races, ensuring none grew too powerful too quickly. Humanity had disrupted that careful balance. "Phoenix swarm reporting success," Raj announced excitedly. "They've mapped the complete harmonic structure of Nexeri shield technology, transmitting data to the fleet. The human ship's weapons adjusted instantly, their frequencies shifting to exploit the weaknesses the AI swarm had discovered. Nexeri shields began to fail across the battlefield as precisely targeted shots slipped through their defenses. High Commander Zixtal's image appeared on the main screen, its crystalline form showing signs of stress. "This is impossible. Your species cannot have developed such capabilities so quickly." "You still don't understand us," Sarah replied calmly. "Humanity's strength isn't our technology. It's our ability to adapt. Every time you attack us, we learn. Every weapon you develop teaches us something new. We don't just copy technology, we improve it. You are chaos, Six-Stall accused. Your unpredictable development threatens the stability of the galaxy. We cannot allow. The transmission cut off as a Phoenix unit breached the Nexari flagship's bridge shields. Across the battlefield, the AI swarm had transformed from observation units to weapon platforms, using their gathered data to strike at critical systems. Multiple Nexari ships breaking formation, Santos reported. Their fleet cohesion is falling apart. Sarah opened a channel to all human vessels. This is Captain Chen. The enemy is faltering. Press the advantage. Show them why humanity refuses to be contained. The battle raged on, but its outcome was no longer in doubt. The Nexari's perfect formations and calculated strategies crumbled in the face of human innovation and the unpredictable attacks of the Phoenix swarm. As their fleet retreated in disarray, the watching alien vessels recorded everything. Humanity had done more than just defend itself. It had shattered the myth of Nexari invincibility. The galaxy's balance of power was shifting, and every spacefaring race now knew that humanity could not be easily dismissed or controlled. Send word to Earth, Sarah ordered. Tell them Phase 2 is ready to begin. She looked out at the starfield, where debris from both human and Nexari ships drifted silently. It's time to show the galaxy that humanity isn't just interested in defending ourselves. We want to change things for the better. The Vanguard's quantum drive hummed as they prepared to pursue the retreating Nexari. The real war was just beginning, but humanity had proven something important. In the face of extinction, they had not just survived, they had revolutionized warfare itself. The galaxy would never be the same. The galaxy takes notice. The Grand Galactic Council hadn't convened an emergency session in over 3 centuries. Now, representatives from 200 spacefaring civilizations gathered to discuss a single topic: humanity. The Council chamber's massive holographic display showed footage of the Kuiper Belt battle, with particular focus on the Phoenix swarm's devastating effectiveness. Impossible. The Nexari representatives' crystalline form pulsed with agitation. They are barely out of their gravity well. Such advancement cannot be natural. Captain Sarah Chen stood calmly at the speaker's podium, representing Earth alongside Ambassador Marcus Rodriguez. The Vanguard orbited the neutral council station above, a visible reminder of human capabilities. What's unnatural, Sarah responded, is attempting to suppress a species' natural development. The Nexari Empire has appointed itself the galaxy's gatekeeper, deciding which races are allowed to advance and which must remain confined to their worlds. The chamber erupted in murmurs as other species representatives recognized the truth in her words. The Arcturians, an ancient race of energy beings, glowed brighter in agreement. Their representative spoke next, their thoughts translated into multiple languages simultaneously. The humans speak truth. We too were once restricted by Nexari intervention. Many of us were. Perhaps it is time for change. Ambassador Rodriguez stepped forward. We come offering partnership, not dominance. Humanity's quantum phase shift technology and AI integration could benefit all peaceful species. We seek alliance, not empire. The council chamber buzzed with excited discussion. Several species had already expressed interest in human technology, particularly after witnessing its effectiveness against the previously undefeated Nexari fleet. Warning signals from the Nexari fleet. Morrison's voice came through Sarah's neural link. They're mobilizing everything they have. Thousands of ships. Sarah kept her expression neutral as she addressed the council. The Nexari are preparing a massive attack, not just against Earth, but against any species that allies with us. They would rather risk galactic war than lose their control over technological development. The Nexari representative rose. We have maintained peace for millennia. Your chaos will destroy everything we've built. Peace through suppression isn't peace at all, Sarah countered. It's just delayed conflict. Humanity refuses to be suppressed, and we offer the same freedom to others. The Arcturian representative's glow intensified. We stand with Earth. The time of Nexari dominion must end. One by one, other species declared their support. The Meridians, master shipwrights who had secretly resented Nexari restrictions for centuries. The Zil Collective, whose biotechnology had been deemed too dangerous to develop fully. Even the silicon-based Quartz consciousness, long neutral in galactic politics, sided with humanity. Multiple quantum signatures detected. Santos reported through the neural link. The Nexari fleet is launching. Sarah addressed the council one final time. The Nexari Empire calls humanity dangerous because we represent change. They're right. We are dangerous to oppression, to stagnation, to the idea that any species has the right to control another's destiny. Today, we offer you all a choice. Stand with us in building a new future, or stand with those who would keep us all contained. The chamber's display shifted to show the approaching Nexari armada. But they weren't alone. Ships from dozens of species were moving to intercept them, their designs as varied as their civilizations. Humanity's alliance was already bearing fruit. The Phoenix swarm is evolving again, Raj reported excitedly. They're integrating with allied species technology, creating hybrid defense systems. The quantum network is expanding exponentially. Sarah allowed herself a small smile. The Nexari had feared humanity's rapid advancement, but they had never understood its true source. Humans didn't just develop technology. They shared it, improved it, combined it with others' ideas to create something greater than the sum of its parts. All ships, this is Captain Chen. She broadcast across the newly formed Alliance fleet. Today we fight not just for Earth, but for every species that has been told they must wait, must slow down, must accept limitations imposed by others. Today, we show the galaxy what real cooperation looks like. The Vanguard's quantum drive engaged, leading the combined fleet into position. Around them, ships of all shapes and sizes moved in concert, their technologies beginning to synchronize through the expanding Phoenix network. The galaxy was changing, and humanity had been the catalyst. The final battle was about to begin, but its outcome would affect far more than just Earth. The age of controlled development was ending. The age of unlimited potential was about to dawn. Humanity's mark. The battle that decided the galaxy's future wasn't fought with just weapons and ships. As the combined fleet engaged the Nexari armada, humanity's greatest contribution proved to be not their technology, but their ability to inspire innovation in others. The Phoenix network is achieving full integration, Raj reported from the Vanguard's bridge. Allied species are contributing their own modifications. It's evolving faster than we ever predicted. Captain Chen watched as the battlefield transformed into something entirely new. Arcturian energy vessels phased in and out of reality using modified human technology. Meridian ships deployed hybrid weapons that combined quantum physics with their crystalline engineering. The Zil Collective's organic ships pulsed with biotechnology enhanced by Phoenix Eye. The Nexari fleet is attempting to adjust, Santos called out. They're trying to adapt, but there are too many variables. Too many different technologies working together. That was humanity's true gift to the galaxy. Not just their innovations, but their willingness to share, combine, and improve upon the ideas of others. The Nexari's rigid, controlled approach to advancement couldn't compete with the explosive creativity of freely cooperating species. Their formations are breaking, Morrison reported. Multiple ships attempting emergency FTL jumps, but the Quartz consciousness is blocking their escape routes with quantum gravity wells. High Commander Zixtal's image appeared one final time on the main screen. The crystalline being's form had lost much of its luster, fractures visible in its once perfect structure. You don't understand what you've done. The galaxy needs order, needs control. Without it, we grow. Sarah interrupted. We evolve. We become more than what we were. That's what you've really feared all along. Not that we would destroy the galaxy, but that we would change it. The Phoenix swarm had surrounded the Nexari flagship, their quantum processors working in harmony with dozens of alien technologies. Each second brought new innovations as artificial intelligence combined with organic creativity in ways never before imagined. "Final warning, Commander," Sarah said firmly. "Surrender your fleet. End this now. Be part of the change instead of fighting against it." The response came not from Zixtal, but from the Nexeri ships themselves. One by one, they powered down their weapons. Their crews had seen the future being born around them and made their choice. "Nexeri fleet signaling surrender," Morrison announced, his voice filled with quiet awe. "All ships. They're requesting permission to join the Alliance." Sarah stood from her command chair, addressing not just her crew, but all the ships linked through the Phoenix network. "The battle is over. But our real work is just beginning. Today marks the start of a new age in galactic history, not one of controlled development, but of unlimited cooperation." The next few months transformed the galaxy more than the previous 1,000 years. The Nexeri Empire became the Nexeri Republic, their technology and knowledge finally shared freely with other species. The Phoenix network evolved into a galactic collective consciousness, allowing instant communication and collaboration across vast distances. Earth became a center of innovation and learning, with representatives from hundreds of species coming to study humanity's unique approach to problem-solving. But humans also spread throughout the galaxy, eager to learn from others and combine technologies in new ways. "Did we do the right thing?" Sarah asked Admiral Hassan as they stood in the Vanguard's observation deck, watching ships of all designs dock at the massive New Earth Space Academy, unleashing so much change so quickly. The Admiral smiled, gesturing to where a young Nexari crystal form was deep in discussion with a human student, both excitedly manipulating a holographic quantum matrix. "Look at them. Really look. That's what the galaxy needed. Not just new technology, but new ways of thinking about it, new ways of working together." The Vanguard had been transformed too, its systems now an elegant hybrid of technologies from dozens of species. But it remained humanity's flagship, a symbol of the change one species could bring to the galaxy. "What's next?" Sarah wondered aloud, watching the stars. "Everything," Raj answered, joining them at the window. "The Phoenix network detected signals from another galaxy yesterday. Seems we're not alone in the universe after all." Sarah smiled. The galaxy had feared humanity's rapid advancement, their unpredictable nature, their drive to push boundaries. But those same qualities had created something beautiful, a future where advancement wasn't controlled, but shared, where innovation wasn't feared, but celebrated. Humanity had changed the galaxy forever, and they were just getting started.